So I get this question a lot about what organization I was while I was in prison. Well, for 5 out of my 8 years before I decided to step down, I was a Peckerwood, so I rode with the woodpile. And the reason being is because I'm not Hispanic. I may look Hispanic, but I'm actually a quarter Filipino. So a quarter Filipino comes out looking Hispanic because typical Filipino usually has like real chink eyes. A 50% Filipino has semi-chink eyes, and then a 25% Filipino looks like he's a Mexican. So, and that's just the kind of gist of it. And everybody would always get me mistaken. Like I said, I'd pull up on units and they would think I was a homeboy, right? Like I was with the Blast or something, but that wasn't the case. So they'd always be like, "What?" And I remember like there'd be times like when I get to a unit, and before anybody knows that I'm a Wood, like you'll go to chow, and when I go to chow, man, you'll see all the Blast cats working the line. Of course, they're gonna work the best parts, right? The mains and the good sides. And then, of course, if you see a white guy, right, the white guy is going to be on, like, the lamest thing, which is the beans, maybe the cornbread. You never know, right? But, so when you're going through the line, they'll hook me up thinking that I'm Rasta, right? Like, I'm Hispanic. And then when everybody finds out that I'm a Wood, then they just kind of, like, they don't even just give me a level spoon. They shake the spoon a little bit. And that's usually how it goes. But I will say this, like, I earned the respect of a lot of Hispanics. Matter of fact, on one unit, we had VISA with the Blast, which means like a strategic alliance, basically. And we also had VISA with West Texas when I was out in West Texas. But one of the main reasons why I joined the gang, just to be kind of honest, is that when you go into prison and, I felt like I wanted to have support, be a part of something bigger than myself. And that was really it at the end of the day, like, especially when your family is not really there supportive of you, like, you want to feel a part of something. And that's why I got down with the woodpile. And I was always told, like, hey, you had to get down with your race. And I'm like, I'm a mutt, right? But, I mean, I can't get down with the other two races because there's absolutely no Hispanic blood in me and there's no black blood in me. So, that was just a choice I made. So, I mean, a lot of people may disagree with it. And there was plenty of people like AB cats that would try me out, right? Or I even had homeboys that when I'd pull up on units and they'd find out that I was a Wood and they would want to test me. And they'd be mugging me down. I got into it a few times. And they'd just be constantly trying to give me a cold shoulder. And there'd be times where I'd be like, "What's up, man? You're looking at me like you want to eat me up or something." And then, of course, that always starts a fight. But, I had to earn my respect on that end. So, that's it.